Yo! What's happening, everybody? We're back with another episode of Too Much Fantasy Football. Wild Card Weekend is in the books, and it's Brian and Brennen here to talk about all of the madness that's ensuing. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing better than, again, a third of the league's coaching. Still,
Yeah. We got 9 openings as of right now. Still waiting on the Eagles to open up that head coaching job, but we'll get
I
there.
think that one stays, unfortunately.
Damn it! Damn it! I don't even want to get to the portion of the show where we talk about how Zach Taylor is the only AFC North coach employed right now.
Damn, that's right. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yo, that's stupid, is what that is.
The
But
fact
I
that
digress.
Zach Taylor survived and Tomlin, Harbaugh, and Stefanski didn't is actually hilarious.
I think very like whether you agree and you want some of those coaches as your actual head coaches. I think it can be agreed that like I want all three of those guys over Zach Taylor.
Yes, in a heartbeat.
Despite how you feel about Harbaugh and Tomlin, if there's just the raw coaching guy or the players coaches, I still want them over Zach Taylor, man. It's absolutely wild. Almost as wild as Jordan Addison's police record. But, I mean, it's the Minnesota Vikings. We don't really have time for them to talk about, that in the playoffs, do we?
I think he's been arrested every offseason now. I'm being genuinely serious about that. Like, I think he got a DUI his first time, and it was nothing. Then he got the second one,
Speeding
going
charge.
and the
Yeah.
speeding charge, and now I don't. What was this arrest for?
Trespassing, I think it was, in a casino, which, like, if you have to get arrested going into a casino, like, those people do everything they can to keep you in that joint. So the fact that you got in trouble for being there when you weren't supposed to is just details, folks, are few and far between right now. But that's what we're
I
dealing
think
with.
Jordan likes to party a little bit. I
A
think
little
that's just what I
bit.
take away from that. Yeah.
Just quick dynasty outlook. Like, do you at all see this as a buying opportunity? Like, would you, if somebody's just trying to get out from underneath Jordan Addison, would you spend a second and a third maybe or something like that for him if you can get him dirt
Second
cheap?
and third, if the guy would like, I don't know, because like Addison just puts up like when there's a competent quarterback at play for the Minnesota Vikings with Kevin O'Connell calling the
Asterisks there.
plays, Addison does well. All those things have to be in line. So I'm probably, and I think they're going to roll it back with Gigi McCarthy. So I'm not high on Addison. You're buying. I'm sure the Addison owner probably wants to get out of it. He'd probably take a high second, like a 212. Sure, give it to me. I'm out of this.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to buy it, but
I'm not either.
if somebody's out there openly in your league, hey, I'm open. I'm entertaining offers. I'm always willing to kick the rock, just to see what happens, just see what's
I did
happening
the
there.
same thing for Rashi Rice this last offseason of like, oh yeah, or like the one like, oh, not being arrested, and then now he's got domestic abuse
Yeah, and the NFL likes to
allegations.
pretend that they care about that now, so we might see a punishment come down for this one.
Yeah,
Um,
not sure. So hold fast on that one. So don't know what's going on with that. I just know it's I think his baby mama said had the allegations and posted some
d-
pretty bad pictures.
death, taxes, and Rashi Rice and Addison will get arrested. But we've got 6 games to talk about here, and 6 damn good. Well, okay, 4 really good games, and then we had 2 games following that.
I would say the Sunday night football game was good till about the end of the third quarter. Then you just saw the wheels fall off.
It's that good game that you sit there with your grandpa. Nobody scores over 20 points. It's the low scoring, the slugfest, the man football. No, it put me right to sleep.
Yeah, I was getting pretty bored of that game.
But yeah, our first 3 games, I think what was the stat? Every team going into the 2-minute warning that was winning lost there at the end of that game, the first 3. 4 points or less in all 4 of those games. Let's go ahead and dive into that first one. The Rams taking on the Panthers, beat them 34-31. Panthers covering that 10.5 point spread, making it entertaining. But could you argue this was the worst case scenario for the Panthers?
Worst case, in essence of like what Bryce Young did, like he played a
In the
great game. Now he's picking up the 5th-year option. Now you're gonna roll it back again. Like I don't know. Like I he played a really good game. Like you
He
can't sit
did.
there and watch the game and be like, oh, Bryce Young was the reason why they lost. No, they actually he was in it till the end. But straight 4 out, and then they just ended. That was anticlimactic as all could be.
So bad, yeah. 264 yards for him, touchdown, interception, 24 on the ground with the rushing touchdown. I guess just in the sense of this team did well. They made the playoffs, even though they probably shouldn't have with the losing record. They contended there with what is probably arguably maybe a top 2 favorite going into the playoffs with the Rams. And now the expectations are high. Now the expectations are for them to go back and win it again. The expectations are, I mean, you got to pay Bryce Young here pretty soon. Like you said, the 50-year option they're going to have to pick up. He is now eligible for that extension. Anything past a 2-3 year extension for me is insanely unnerving for me.
I'm very curious, like what his market, CJ Stroud's market's going to be for these guys, just because it's like their Texans are in the same conundrum of like, I think Stroud played okay, and they're going to have to extend him too. But like for Bryce Young, like, now you're going to give him some cash, like what, like a Sam Darnold type deal is what you feel pretty comfortable. Everyone's going to resort to the Sam Darnold deal. Like I feel comfortable with Sam Darnold money.
Yes, that one, and I think it was a very team-friendly getting out after year 1 and year 2 for Sam Darnold, which I mean, that sucks for the player, but as a fan of the franchise, I would be wanting something more to that nature. Running backs here, we got Chuba Hubbard had a good game. Rico Dowdle did not. Post-game press conference, he's just not happy with his usage there. Only 5 carries, 2 targets. Made it sound like he is going to be out of town there for Rico. And then Jonathan Brooks, going into year 3. What are your thoughts here as far as a dynasty outlook on this backfield?
It's funny, if I was at a card show and I saw his card and I was like, oh my God, I forgot he existed. Like
no word this season. Not a one.
Yeah, nothing. And so like I know, but again, like he's coming off his second ACL tear. Granted, it's on the same knee, but they did trade up to get him in the draft 2 years ago. Like they were second round pick. Yeah, they traded with the Colts to go get him. And so I think they want to utilize him and Chuba Hubbard. I think that's the plan. They made the investment. If he's fully healthy to go, like I think they're going to give it a shot.
Dude, watching this team, this Panthers team on Saturday, call me a bandwagoner. I was nothing but a cokehead on this one. 9 for 12. Jalen Coker was 134 yards and a touchdown. Like, damn, he looked good. That dart that Young dropped just over the top there in the back of the end zone to him. Whoo, nasty stuff.
Yeah, I think it's Coker in, Leggett out. I think Leggett's probably. Yeah, you can forget about Leggett.
Did you see him drive? He was riding Dollar Bill into the playoffs. His horse.
I did not, but he is a character.
I do love. He's a last pick in the first round, so he'll be there. I'm sure I imagine they'd pick up his 5th round pick just to keep like the depth on the team. I mean, granted, he's only going to be going into year 3, so he'll be there. But I see him as a solid number 3, red zone presence. But if anything, he just brings the laughs. He's so much fun as far as like the overall personality of the player. Jalen McMillan's 5 for 57, 81 yards, had a pretty good game as well.
Tetero McMillan?
Yes. Did I say Jalen McMillan?
You said Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, damn it. I knew we were going to have an issue with this one.
It's all right.
Tet came into the league. Both NFC South guys, too.
Is he the rookie of the year, or is it Tyler Shuck?
I really don't have it. Like, I've heard people like strong stances on both sides. I don't give a shit. I think both of them are eligible to win it.
I think it's Tet for me just because he played every game. I think he played every game. I don't think he missed a game, actually. And he got over 1,000 yards as a rookie, wide receiver. I feel like he's lived to his draft stock so far.
Yeah, 17 games played, 122 targets, 70 catches, 1,014 yards, 7 touchdowns. It was a good season.
Yeah,
I guess it was just kind of that. I mean, shit. Out of his first 10 games, he only had a touchdown. He only scored a touchdown in 1 of the first 10 games. So it was kind of that lackluster there. Shuck really came out into the scene. I feel like it was just more exciting because it was that smaller blip.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I don't know. Jackson Dart got really quiet there, especially after that concussion. I really thought he was going to be a shoe-in for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I thought he was. Well, I mean, shoot, if you want to talk about the beginning of the year, I thought like Buka would be the front runner, not even close.
Yeah, absolutely. Rams are off to go play Chicago in the number 2. Anything else from this one?
No, I think, man, Puka's just good. Like, I think, like, I just keep watching him play more and more, and it's just like, we're going to be talking about rankings, I mean, like, in a couple months, obviously, but It's gonna be hard to put anybody over Puka when you just watch. Like, and I say that every time I watch Jamar Chase and JSN, but like when you watch Puka play, he just doesn't care.
It's situationally like outside of Stafford leaving, that's the only way he's moving from my top two.
Yeah,
And I'm just saying top two just to not definitively give him the number one spot, even though I'm
yeah,
probably sure he deserves it.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Chicago. Another great one. Absolutely great. Packers were just dominant, dominant in the first half. Second half, they forgot how to go under center. All they did was snap it out of shotgun, and this team fell apart. Chicago scored 25 in the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams 361 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 20 yards rushing. Absolute just hit up in the air. 4th and 10, launches it there to keep the game alive. Your boy's looking good out there, man.
Dude, his nickname's sticking, Iceman. I like it, man. I like Caleb, and he got a lot of flack for off-field things, which is like so weird to hate on him for, but Caleb's just fun to watch, man. I don't care about the 50% completion percentage. Just watch him play and tell me it's not fun to watch.
It is. Maybe if we can just clean it up just a little bit more, just a
Yeah.
little bit more, so he doesn't have to dig quite out of the biggest of holes. If we can have just a tad more consistency. But I love the improv stuff. I love the things that he can do that arguably nobody else in the NFL can do. Maybe one or
Yeah.
two other guys can pull them off, but it's just like you said, it's fun.
I think my takeaways from the Chicago side is I think Loveland's gonna be a top 5 in fantasy rankings. We're gonna go through those rankings. It's gonna be really tough. Like I probably have him ahead of Warren as it sits right now.
I'm sad to say I don't think I will own any Loveland next year
Yeah,
because he's going to go just outside the elite tier, but in that window that we don't like drafting tight ends. Like
Yeah.
probably round 5-ish.
And he could be a steal. He could be a steal.
He could be. He could be. But like DJ Moore played pretty well. He's got a hefty contract. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes there with DJ Moore's contract. Does he stay with the team? Does he get traded? Roma Dunze, I mean,
He only had
come
like
on.
what, one catch, right?
2 for 44.
Okay.
Like, come on, man. It was a great the one catch was great. But then
Yeah.
like that's all we've got going.
I think he's
Luther,
still playing hurt.
hopefully.
That's
say
what
hopeful.
I'm trying to tell myself.
Yeah, same. You've got Luther Burden there, 3 for 7, 42 yards as well. That one was interesting. I don't know how I want to feel about this team, though. Again, we might still have the same issue we go into next year. It might be go after Caleb Williams because the wide receivers, you don't know who's going to catch it.
And I think Swift comes back. And he's
I
cheap.
think so, too. Yeah, he's cheap.
$8 million.
This is a horrible class for running backs in the draft, so they wouldn't address it there. Quite a few free agents, so maybe adding something, but more of like
you
a
have
third
Swift
down
for
back.
$8 million. He's played all year long. You kind of have Kamanungai. Like I think Roshan, and like we've like talk about a name. Roshan Johnson was a 4th-round pick who was behind Bijan and is just nothing and is inactive, healthy scratches, I think, or he got hurt and he's done for the year. But
It was like
that's
6 weeks this summer. Wow, I was like drafting Roshan everywhere. I'm like, this is it, man. This is it. And
Yeah.
to be fair, I was going after the right role. Kyle Monunga looked good, but it was just the wrong guy. The 7th-round running back. Who's calling that stuff? Come on, man.
You're never wrong. You're just super, super early, Brian. So Roshan's gonna go somewhere and do very well.
Yeah. Remind me of this in 3 seasons when he takes over in week 18 for somebody, and we're like, oh
Right.
yeah, remember that one?
Packers though, man. Like
yeah,
Jordan Love played a great game. 4 touchdowns.
323.
He was
through
not the
air.
reason why they lost.
No.
I think LaFleur's keeping his job. I think it'd be silly to let him go. They need something. They need like an X, like just the sporadic of like Romeo Dobbs because he's walking. Christian Watson's going to be there for another year. Like Matthew Golden was a 1st-round pick and he finally did something.
Christian Watson's the man. 36 yards and a touchdown. Dropped a second one. Almost a second touchdown. Just flails at the 1-yard line. Ridiculous stuff. Yeah. Golden, though. 4 catches, 84 yards and a touchdown. Was this them finally using him the way he should be used, or what happened here?
I think they utilized him correctly because like he just looked fluid out there. Like, and Jordan Love went to him on 4th and 7 on the game on the line, and he went to Matthew Golden. It was honestly, I was like, all right, so like he does trust him. So
I think he did like 2 of the 3 plays in a row, like there at the end, and I was shocked. I was like, oh my, he's going to Golden. Like we're making this happen.
I mean, you got to try it out, dude. It's your brand new toy. Like you've seen what Wicks does. You've seen what Romeo Dobbs, and like Romeo Dobbs will go get a bag somewhere. So good for him.
Yeah, he will be a free agent. Obviously, Golden's coming back. Jaden Reed will have one more year. Christian Watson got extended, so he'll have another year. Savion Williams, a third-round pick, he'll be coming back. So just interesting situation. I liked that we didn't have a tight end here. Maybe it's a good thing that Tucker Kraft can leave because then the wide receivers actually get fed and they get some work done. But
Yeah, but Tucker Kraft's coming back next year, so
yeah, I know. I'm happy about it, I guess. Let's talk about this Matt LaFleur thing because as of the time of this recording, we're recording Tuesday afternoon-ish, depending on the time zone. Matt LaFleur still has a job. He has 1 year left on his deal. There are reports coming out of Green Bay that they're going to look to extend him. Now, this man led the Packers to a 10-point lead over Cleveland. They lost that game. They had a 13-point lead over Dallas. They didn't lose. They tied. And I won't ever forget that. They led by 9 points in Denver. They lost that one. They led by 10 points in Chicago. They lost that one. They led by 18 points in Chicago. They lost that one. You can tell by the snaps, like just the under center and the shotgun snap. Like he called a shit game there in the second half. Like he is the reason they lost, Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, he got really, really stagnant in that he was just expecting, and for whatever reason, that's been the Bears' game. They shit themselves in the first half and they figure it out in the second half, and like it just came to fruition, and everyone's expecting it because like every bettor's just like bet Rams money line first half and then Bears to win the game. It's just like a running joke, but I don't know, man. Like I still think LaFleur is, and it's funny enough, he was the oldest coach in the NFC, which is hilarious. He's 46 years old, so he was the uncle, so to speak. I think he's a great coach. I think if you let him go, he's another one that another team would snap up immediately, and he just become on this long list of teams just rinsing out, like rinse, wash, and repeat for head coaches.
Yeah, I find myself surrendering to the conversation if he's good or bad or not. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I do have to admit I like a lot of the things he does, but he makes me question it constantly. Going back to even back when Aaron Rodgers was there, just like there were things he did, and I'm like, those are detrimental. Like I get it, you're good, you're a solid head coach, you get us there, but if you're not getting over that edge, you might as well be Mike Tomlin, right?
Yeah, he's had some games though. Like let's just like the Buccaneers game, I think resonates for a lot of people. I think they were down by 8, and I think they kicked a field goal, right? It was something like
Oh
that against
yeah.
Tom Brady. Everyone scratched their head on that. And I know he got a lot of flack for that. And then but even like the game against the 49ers, the Packers are driving at the end, and Jordan Love just threw a Brett Favre interception, just like literally threw to somebody random on the 49ers. No one around that, like, and that was a game to go to the NFC Championship game. Like, it's just one of those things where like bad luck has happened, and it's not really, I wouldn't say, I mean, he is the head coach. So you want to blame somebody, everyone points to the head coach. Like, is it really on him? Like, McManus couldn't make a field goal to save his life.
This is true. This is true. And injuries, you saw what the defense did. What happened after Micah Parsons went down? The numbers were all over the place. It was a huge night and day difference, which it's a big issue. We're going to talk about one of these next teams here. But LaFleur, as of now, job is safe. I think, like you said, he'll get snatched up top 3 easily if he gets fired. You ready to go to Duval County down there?
I am. This game was great. I really enjoyed it.
This was the only pick I got wrong this weekend, and I was pretty upset. Like I really wanted this one. Bills take care of business though, 27-24. Josh Allen does a 7-yard tush push to take the lead there at the end of the game. That was stupid.
God!
This man is 6'5", and he wasn't even on the freaking ground. He levitated. It looked like Michael Jordan just levitating all the way down the 7 yards as his linemen pick him up. Stupidest play.
I mean, if there's ever a year for you to win it, Josh, it's this one, man. No Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow. I get it. I know you're gonna. Who are they facing in the next round? Oh, Denver. They're going to Denver.
Yeah,
That's a winnable game.
And it almost feels like the football gods are trying to tell us something. They're trying to tell us that they are trying to manifest someone to win this year. I just can't figure out who that is supposed to be because like if I keep jumping but trying to go to the 49ers, but like the Packers, too injured to make it, just too injured to make it all the way through there. Now the Bills The Bills are going out there with just their GM convinced that they don't need a wide receiver one. Now they're going to be going out there with Khalil
Hold
Shakir,
on,
who
wait. We're gonna stop you right there. Brandon Cooks is wide receiver one. All right, like that's just
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But in
it's just so funny,
2026, I
man.
don't want Brandon Cooks to be my wide receiver one. We got Shaver, like Ty Johnson was out for this game, so I was hammering James Cook's receiving line. And no, Shakir just turned into
Yeah, Khalil
Ty
Shakir was
Johnson.
obviously the wide receiver one for them, but yeah, no, it's
12 for
crazy. It's
12.
just gonna be guys under 6 feet being the lead receivers for this
Yeah,
team.
even Shavers, we've seen him kind of pop up a little bit here, the younger guy. Tore ACL. Gabe Davis back for the playoffs. Revenge game against Jacksonville. Torn ACL. Like, there is no. Keon Coleman is going to be forced onto the field despite
Yeah, he
nobody
is.
wanting him to be there.
He had a pretty good catch in this game.
Yeah, 1 for 136. That was
Hey.
great job, Keon.
Great job, Keon.
This team is so banged up. They are, I mean, James Cook was even like, a little hampered up there at the end of the game. He was bottled up by Jacksonville. They go to play Denver. Denver, they've got Patrick Surtain who shadows your number one. Joke's on you, Patrick.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Who's
They don't have a number
I don't know who it is.
He's just going to spy. He's just going to spy Josh Allen the whole time. And I love that
That's what
idea.
I would do, honestly. I would say throw to these guys. I don't know who they are. I'm watching you.
God,
But
absolutely wild. Jacksonville, I wouldn't say they choked. They lost. That's just how it happened.
it hit Jacoby Myers in the hands, and then it just went off. They got the most dependable. Like, didn't the GM say like we're bringing a guy who doesn't drop catches or drop passes, and then he literally, I wouldn't say. Well, it went off his hands. He called it a drop, but yeah.
And what happened? Bashal Tutin, 4 for 51. I'm pretty sure he had that the first quarter. So I don't know what happened after that. Travis Etienne still looked good, 10 for 67, caught 5 passes, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Free agent this year. I see him coming back.
I could see him coming back too on like a
Team
10
friendly.
mil, 10 mil AAV average for him. I think it gets it done probably.
Because most likely they're going to have to go spend similar money on a similar talented guy that doesn't have the chemistry with Trevor Lawrence or know the playbook. So why not?
Yeah, and you did really, really well. Like I think he finishes RB11 this year fantasy. Yeah, so I think he comes back. I think this team. I don't want to talk crap, but like the Jaguars are an up and coming team.
Same.
I mean, Parker Washington had a hell of a game. He's gonna get paid this offseason.
That one's unfortunate. Like, the Jags have so many talented players, and they're losing their wide receiver one this offseason. Parker Washington. 12 targets, 7 catches, 107 yards, and a touchdown. Had a concussion on the field. Your boy, he had a concussion, and somebody said, no, I got his overs. Put him back out there.
Oh man, no, it's crazy because like he's just been dependable these past few weeks, and now go get your bag, man. I think he was undrafted free agent, so undrafted free agent to go get your bag.
Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr., 2 catches, 21 yards, and a touchdown. Pretty sure that happened in the first quarter, too, so that was weird that he just blanked after that.
Yeah, it was like one catch, like a 2-yard in the end zone, and then whatever else after that. I'll be very curious to see what happens to him. Probably going to be buying, of course, just because it's like tremendous talent. Probably ranked so far away that he should be.
And the trade rumors. I can't wait for all the trade rumors. It's going to be fun all offseason.
I don't believe those will happen because like more depth in the area. They have Travis Hunter, him. They just gave Jacoby Myers the bag. Like,
if Parker Washington comes back, though, we have an issue because then you have Washington, Thomas,
now
Myers, Hunter,
now I make Travis
and
Hunter play
Strange.
DB.
Yeah, but I liked him as wide receiver. He was breaking out there.
Yeah.
He was breaking out. Nice. Anything else from this game?
I got nothing. I'm really hoping Josh Allen is healthy because he looked all the way hurt that entire game.
Well, he doesn't exactly have an easy game ahead of him, so he's gonna be he's gonna be hurting quite a bit next week. Next up, folks, the unbelievable happened. The 49ers came in with an extra electromagnetical charge. They took care of business. Took down the Eagles 23-19. I mean, Brock Purdy just looked pretty damn good out there. 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 9 carries, 24 yards. CMC does his thing, especially through the air. Demarcus Robinson showing up, making big plays. Juwan Jennings tossing more touchdowns in the playoffs than Derek Carr now. Oh, buddy, that's right. You're retired, but you're still getting hit.
He was ranked higher as a prospect for quarterbacks than it was like Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and another one I forgot. But yeah, crazy. Sam Darnold. Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Juwan Jennings looking good, throwing now his second postseason touchdown. The one he did, like he got nailed as he released it. Hell of a catch by CMC. Just caught the Eagles off guard. It was great.
He
Absolutely
got hit
great.
with a roughing the passer call.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Um, and the saddest part, I almost kind of forgot about this coming out of the weekend because the games were so good. But Georgie, Georgie Kittle, he won't be playing next week. He'll be
He won't
watching
be
with Nick Bosa.
he won't be playing in 2026 either, I don't
Or
think.
probably 2027. This guy's 32 years old, just tore his Achilles. Most likely won't be making it back for any meaningful snaps next year.
I think they're happy with Tonjes.
I think they are too, but like, did we just lose Kelsey and Kittle in the same year?
No, Kittle comes back. No. Kittle will be fine. I think he just misses next year.
You think he comes back at the age of 34 off of an Achilles tear?
Yes, he will come back. Now, will he be good? That's a different question.
Well, I guess that's when I come back and be. I don't know if he'll be fantasy relevant. He might come back as Saints tight end that went to the Seattle for a bit, basketball
Jimmy
player.
Graham?
Yes, I could see him falling into a Jimmy Graham esque role where, you're pissed that he's got 8 touchdowns on the season, but only 214 yards.
Like Dallas Goedert?
Yeah. Oh God. First tight end to rush for a touchdown in the playoffs, which was kind of alarming. I'm surprised Travis Kelsey hadn't done that, but those tap passes always go back to Patty, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Eagle side.
Yeah.
It took him 48 hours to fire Kevin Batula, which is, I felt like 48 hours and a second longer than they should have, I guess. I
The
don't
fact
know
that they didn't kick him off the field after the game, just you're done, go.
Yeah. I mean, it was pointed out by Orlovsky. I guess they ran like repetitively the same plays in the last drive as like previous drives. It's like rinse, wash, and repeat. And then when your season's on the line, you're 4th and 11, 4 verticals towards the end zone. Screw it. Just get open, please.
You think he's got like a PSP there and he's playing Madden and he's just doing like the Madden suggestions or something?
I feel like Madden would make better suggestions.
That's
though.
what I would think too. I'm like, you broke the Madden suggestion, dude.
Yeah, like I feel like he just went auto and was like, all right, run, pass.
Yeah, it was gross. Saquon Barkley, 131 all-purpose yards for him. Jalen Hurts looked like crap, 168 total passing yards. Devonta Smith, 8 for 11, 70 yards. A.J. Brown, 3 catches, 25 yards, and a crucial drop. And Dallas Goedert goes to free agency after scoring 2 touchdowns here in the playoffs.
Look, I think Eagles fans have nothing to worry about. You have the best GM in the game, so I trust Howie with all my heart. So whatever decisions he makes, I would just roll with it because he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything to jeopardize you guys except for, I guess, hiring Nick Sirianni and keeping Kevin Matullo. So I take that back.
Firing Nick Sirianni, yeah,
and not firing Nick Sirianni.
I don't know how fans aren't more irate. And the fact that I sat here and yelled about fire Nick Sirianni for the last we're on to like 18 plus months, aren't we? Like this has been a long time coming that we've been talking about this, and like I just don't get it. You have now wasted 2 full seasons because you decided to do nothing to fix the offense. Like that's malpractice is what that is. Like the fact that Howie's making a great fucking team, but like they won't be able to stay this great for that long. You're gonna have to start paying these defensive pieces. Devonta Smith's coming up on an extension. You got to figure out what you're doing with A.J. Brown. Your tight ends are now about to walk. Saquon's getting things are gonna have to change here. And
the extension of coaching matters. Like you can just say, well, it does because the Philadelphia Eagles are all talented and still can't win games with bad coaching.
And then you got crappy coaches that I guess it's hard to truly tell about the Patriots how great that roster truly is, but like you've got Vrabel going out there, he's probably out coaching the talent that's on that team.
I agree.
Less talent, way better coaching. And then you've got just the complete opposite in Philly. You've got immense talent and you're under coaching. And it's bewildering to me. Maybe I got a vendetta against Sirianni. I don't give a shit. If he gets fired, he still gets all his money. So we're not whining about anything here. So ultimately, I guess this is an incredible roster. Incredible roster. I don't like dynasties that aren't my own team, but we're missing out on an opportunity here.
Yeah, it's crazy because like A.J. Brown was a top 3 receiver. Devonta Smith was top 10. Jalen Hurts was a top 3 quarterback. They've had, successful years of running backs. Like it's all possible. The team is there. The nucleus is there. It's like you just need a brain. And they think, and I get it, Eagles fans are clamoring to McDaniel coming to be the OC, stuff like all.
But then when he gets a head coaching job, what do you do?
Exactly. That's my point. Is like cool. So you get him for one more year. Now you're just like when are you going to stop? Like you are kicking the can down the road of the head coaching position at the end of the day. Like you are holding on to somebody who just shows 8 mile clips to motivate the team.
But, I mean, I get it. You lose yourself. Like in the moment, you want it. You just
All
can't
right,
ever let it go.
stop. I'm not going to let this drag on. No, I'm not doing that.
You don't want one more
Ryan,
shot. All
no.
right. Anything else with this game?
I got nothing, man. I mean, I think Eagles fans are. This is the most excited I think Eagles fans have been to lose a playoff game in a long time, just because it meant firing Kevin McDougal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else? It's your one opportunity.
I got nothing. No, not even gonna respond now.
Damn it. Alrighty. Next up, this is where the games took a drastic change for the weekend. Chargers, 3 points. Patriots, 16 points. Look, the Chargers got a pick on Drake May kind of early. They went down there, instead of kicking it, went to go forward on 4th and goal, didn't get it. That was about the game. That was about the game at that point.
Yeah,
Like kind of wild. Drake May, what
Hampton
was
played one snap. He played one snap, and he was like, "Nope, my ankle's all jacked up. No thanks." And it was Kamani Vidal for the rest of the way.
11 for 31, 2 catches, 20 yards. So, like, a lot wasn't really happening here. McConkey had 32 yards. Keenan Allen had 25. QJ had 20. Trey Harris had 20. Gadsden had 30. So we spread the ball around. Great. We just didn't spread it around in volume was the issue there.
Yeah, I mean, and results of this game, it got their offensive line coach fired and Greg Roman fired. So
Interesting. Do you think Greg Roman now goes to join the other Harbaugh that got fired? Does he?
oh my god, dude.
Because Todd Monken. So, okay, folks, going to some of just the rumors and speculation here. Harbaugh got fired. Other Harbaugh got fired from Baltimore, and a lot of things I heard was because he wasn't willing to get rid of Todd Monken, and the Ravens wanted him gone. And yet, also there's head coaching rumors about Ted Monken too. So I'm like, is he good? Is he bad? What the fuck's going on here?
I don't know, because like I feel like Todd Monk. I mean, granted, like when I watched the Ravens play, it's like it really became dependent on if Lamar can move or not. And like I felt like Lamar was not really wanting to run. I don't know if that was designed to him to just stay in the pocket, which is just be really weird. And I think that'd be malpractice.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lamar, don't use your legs, don't run. Like
yeah.
so,
The thing that makes you special. Don't do
yeah.
it.
The one thing that makes you different than everybody else in this league. Yes, please. Um, I don't want to like everyone just is clamoring towards like Herbert is just can't get it done. It's like I don't know if you got anybody watched that game. That dude was pressured 80% of the snaps.
I think it's completely unfair. I think it's completely unfair how they're treating Herbert. I think, to be fair, his other playoff games, I don't think they deserve to be there. Like, it was another situation that I think they were outplaying how good they truly were. And they were just outmatched when they got to the playoffs. This situation, same thing. I think it's like the offensive line coach, I think it's unfair to fire him. If you want to, go for it. You want to change, that's fine. But, like, he was going up against it without his two best players. You know, there's two offensive tackles.
And you
And now
guys
Herbert's.
brought in Mekhi Becton, who was only good because he was on the Eagles line, and he was one of your worst offensive linemen. Your center was one of the worst linemen that you decided to keep.
42nd
So, like,
of 42nd or 42, I think his
Yeah.
grade was going into that game.
Yeah,
Like, you're worse than 10 other backups, dude.
exactly. And you started every game.
So I really don't take anything of this. If anything, I'm kind of excited for the shade to come to the Chargers in the Herbert's way. So the ADP drops on all these. Like, Justin Herbert could win MVP next year. The Chargers
Oh,
could
easily.
go to the Super Bowl next year. I don't think any of that's out of the realm of possibility. Hampton can come back and be a top 5 running back. Keenan Allen, we can call it a day, please.
Yeah, I think
because
Keenan Allen's retired.
can we consolidate some of these targets just a wee bit? I was a big Trey Harris fan, and I don't know if anything's going to come of that.
I think Trey Harris is going to step into that role for Keenan. And I think for like everyone's clamoring, it's like, well, if this was Dak, you know, everyone would be because like I don't know, I wouldn't even say I'm a Justin Herbert defender. I just say the game what I saw was not the quarterback's fault.
Oh, like we knew what New England had to offer: running game and a defense.
There you go.
You know, a talented quarterback, but Drake May, like he wasn't winning them the game necessarily. How many
The
fumbles
Chargers
did
have a
this
good
guy
defense,
have?
though.
like he had several fumbles plus the interception. So like
Yeah, I think he had two fumbles, but they recovered both of them, right? Or
I
no,
might
they
have
were lost one. I think he lost one for sure.
I thought it was more than that. I don't remember right off the top of my head. I don't have that in front of me. But either way, like
Dude, good
Ramondre
luck playing the
Stevenson going out
Texans.
there doing things, and yeah, they've got a real test against the Texans. I am truly excited to see that. I don't think the game's going to be that good, but
No, I don't think so either.
I'm excited to watch it
Yeah.
nonetheless. I guess yeah. So rolling it back with the Chargers, you've got Harbaugh, you've got the key pieces you need. You excited? I guess for him.
I don't know because who's the offensive coordinator going to be? It's not Harbaugh. Like again, like this is my problem with like I don't really think like Harbaugh's that great because he's got to bring in somebody that's going to be the play calling coach. And if he's good, guess what? He's poached in a year. Now it's like it's again, you're redoing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, looks like the day of the players coach, the
The
leader of
rah-rah
men.
guy is over with. I don't care. Give me Ben Johnson 30 times over.
Yeah.
Sean McVay. I,
Yep. It's Kevin O'Connell's. Kevin Stefanski.
yes.
These are the guys I want.
Give me the guys that are the highest of highest on spectrums towards football.
Yeah. Honestly, like Brian Daboll needs to go in there and go be the offensive coordinator for him.
He'd probably be better than anything else.
Yeah. Nice. Let's go to our last game, if you want to call it that. These two teams went out on the field and agreed to play a game, but one team did not show up. Houston 30, Steelers 6. The home team, the 4 seed, got that ass beat. CJ Stroud. We were talking about Bryce Young and his extension. I think I would be as a fan of the Houston Texans. I would have no fear if he gets extended.
I'm not either. There's just a lot of talk of like people were like, oh, like because he did have a couple moments that it was just like
For
deer in the
sure.
headlight. He has like he genuinely just has these like deer in the headlight moments where he just like freezes. And like I don't know if it's been the concussions or whatever the case may be, but like he just there's two pivotal play. Like he kept the Steelers in this game until the Texans defense just said no, this is over.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's the same situation, offensive line kind of thing. Like give him more time, give him more safety. He just got a little bit of the yips. He's just flinching back there a bit.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe, but towards the
200.
Steelers side,
Yeah, what do
I
we got
am
there?
so like for the future. I think you are under the same assumption Rodgers retires. I know he left that door open, and like I think the egotistical side of him of like I threw my last pick or like my last play was an interception for a pick six. I don't know. He's just the ego of him. I just could see him coming back one more year.
It's the funny thing how many of these greats end up leaving with that last play being a pick because usually, they're pushing the ball to downfield trying to win the game, and that's how it
Mm-hmm.
ends because they lose. And, I remember Brett Favre's last pass against the Giants when he was in Green Bay, the first time he retired. And it was a pick, and it's like, God, there's no way he's got to come back. He's got to, and these guys keep doing it, and inevitably they still end up leaving, like because Tom Brady's
Tom
last
Brady did it
pass.
in the
Yeah,
Patriots. Yep,
buddy,
in the
that's
playoffs
right.
against the Titans.
I
Yeah,
love it. I freaking love that. But I honestly, I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to run it back going into the playoffs. Before this week, I was like, I feel like he'd probably run it back. Now with Tomlin gone, just how bad that went.
I'm gonna say a name where I just don't know if there's confidence in the quarterback they have currently, and he'll complete the Holy Trinity cycle.
Oh, you
It's the
talking about going back
Vikings.
to Minnesota, right?
Yeah,
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 yeah. I'd be on board with that just because he would be completing, the Brett Favre travel.
exactly. And then Jordan Love does this in 15 years.
And it wouldn't be insane either to put him up there as a little stopgap there. Because, yeah, maybe JJ McCarthy just needs a little bit more up here. He's 21. Brain's not fully developed until well into your 20s as a guy. He just needs
Yeah.
a
Also,
tutor.
his bones aren't developed either because he keeps breaking those too.
That's also because he keeps changing body forms from
Mm, from JJ to
JJ to
nine.
9.
I can see that.
Running backs, it's a hot mess there with Gainwell, Warren, Caleb Johnson, DK Metcalf. Folks, I didn't watch this game until Tuesday morning. I had to go to bed Monday night. Watch the first quarter. I go to bed. Oh, look at that. DK Metcalf, 2 catches, 42 yards. Pretty cool. Nice. I woke up this morning. DK Metcalf, 2 catches, 42 yards. What the fuck?
He had the Stingley effect. people like him who face Stingley and Christian Gonzalez just they don't do well. Brett Sertan, all those guys. It's just you got 2 catches. Congrats, you did it on against a really good guy. So
Yeah, crazy stuff. Going forward with this team, I don't even have the smallest bit of excitement for any piece. I don't care how great you build up this new coaching staff, who comes in at quarterback. I don't know if I want to draft anything. Like I think Steelers might be I don't want to draft list this year.
I mean, it all depends on where everyone goes. Like, yeah, but like because Caleb Johnson was taken in the 3rd round, and like he's got a really good profile. I don't know if he's I don't want to declare him a bust because I just feel like he messed up one game really badly, and then like that was like, all right, that's it, take a back seat.
And it's Arthur Smith, so you really can't. You've got to take everything with a grain of salt when
So
it comes
glad
to
I'm
his
hoping
running
he's
back.
gone.
Thank God. I kind of want to see him go to Tennessee. Like I was thinking about it. I'm complaining about all these defensive guys going places. I think him in Tennessee might be kind of cool.
I mean,
Because
they're
who would
interviewing
he
Jason Garrett, so
who would he ruin for us? You talk about him ruining one of the wide receivers? Oh, we don't play them. Talk about him ruining Cam Ward? Oh, we don't play him either. Talk about him ruining the running backs. We might get some use out of the running backs. I kind of want Arthur Smith, and then he doesn't fuck over any other franchise.
Yeah, this is the tinfoil hat conspiracy, folks.
Folks, my hat will be back next episode. You will see it. I'm going to have it mounted behind me. That bitch is going to be ready to come out all off season long. Yeah. What else do we have? Anything else exciting? Siri, Ani, did you get fired? Nope.
No
news.
I think that's it. I think is it still the same for you? I think the Ravens and the number 1 destination for you.
Yes. I really, really like the Giants. I want to say they're a lot closer than they probably are, but yeah, I think it should be Ravens as its own tier, and then the Giants up in the next tier. Whether you put somebody else with them.
3 for you. I'm still like the Raiders.
Falcons.
Like, would you want to have the number 1 overall pick?
I think I'd rather have the Falcons.
Team Bowers. What?
I think I'd rather have the Falcons than the Raiders.
Yeah.
Just the defense isn't bad. They've got the young pieces to move forward with it. They've got a good offensive line. They've got their wide receiver of the future. They've got a running back. Tight end, they've got to make a decision. It's just the quarterback they've got to figure out.
Yeah, the biggest thing of it all.
They can bring in Malik Willis.
Yeah, it's crazy. There actually is some decent free agents that could get some run at quarterback this year, which is like usually we never talk about like, oh, like free agent quarterback's never a good sign. But like this year actually might be interesting.
Anthony Richardson.
I don't know what he's doing. I think he's to get traded.
I think he gets traded this offseason, but like I mean, maybe he goes and maybe he's the fill-in for Michael Penix for the season and create something fun. No, actually that would ruin Drake May, and I'd probably cry for days on end. Who's your number 3 option or location?
I think it's the Raiders. I just you get to pick who you want, and you get to stabilize like what it is, the direction you want to go. Like, do you want to go Fernando, or do you not really believe in Fernando and you want to keep building elsewhere? But I think they go Fernando, and that's the assumption I would go with too. So I'd want to be I'd want an offensive minded guy to go there and just have Mendoza, Genty, and Bowers be my core, and then I work everything else around that.
They'd be up there for sure.
And they have a ton of cap space too. That's why another reason why I'm lost before.
So they'd be above the Steelers 100%. They'd be above the Cardinals. I think they'd be above the Dolphins for me as well.
Yes.
And then I'm forgetting one more team.
Browns.
I like the Browns. I think I'd take the Browns over the Raiders.
That Deshaun Watson contract just
one more year. You just need a mulligan.
What if the owner says, "Yeah, but I want you to play him. He's ready to go."
That's fine. He's going to get him the first overall pick in 2027.
I guess you just go in the knowledge of like you get to keep your job after 1 year because
that would be the huge piece.
Trend.
Like, yeah, I need the job security. You're going to give me a mulligan, get me through this first year, and then we'll watch the sparks fly.
Yeah,
and hope Myles Garrett is okay with one more dud year.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, we're just one more time go out there, play for nothing.
You to understand to suck ass, and this team's gonna be awful for one more season. But in the next year, I know you've heard this a lot, and you've probably heard this conversation so many times. Yeah.
God. Be like, hey, we're bringing in a free agent actually next year. Yeah, his name's Baker Mayfield. We're gonna bring him in from free.
Fuck.
God, that'd be amazing. Brennan, what else you got for the people before we get out of here?
You got nothing else, man.
We've got nothing else for you today. Nothing else for you today. Of course, come back at the end of the week. We'll cover all of them. There's only 4 games left, man. There's only 7 NFL games left in the season. That one's hurting me. He's at Too Much BMulk. I'm at Too Much _ Brian. Thanks for following. Leave us a review, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.